Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs of 19th of November 2024. So let's start and see that what are the things we can learn from this day and what are the things we can update into our notes. So the things before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you in this session. So I have got some international news, national news, banking and finance news for you. After that, I have got defense news, sports news, important days, summit and conference, defense news, awards and recognitions, appointment and resignations, and at last I'll summarize the things for all of you. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first news that we today have with us is that India signs an agreement to host the BIMSTEC Center in Bengaluru. So we discussed about this one in the last session also. I hope you remember that. So let's revise this. So first of all, who is the Secretary General of India in BIMSTEC? That is Mr. Indramani Pandey. And let's talk about that. India signed a host country agreement to establish the BIMSTEC Energy Center in Bengaluru. Bengaluru also going to have its own suburban railways under the investment given by the European Investment Bank, aimed to enhancing energy cooperation in the Bay of Bengal region. Also, if we add to Bengaluru, so Bengaluru is also working towards creating a AI center or AI hub in our country as along with the World Economic Forum. Agreement was formalized in New Delhi on 8th of November with the Energy Center to be housed in the Central Power Research Institute, Bengaluru. The agreement was signed between the Ministry of External Affairs and BIMSTEC Secretary General Indramani Pandey, as I said. India hosted the first meeting in the governing board of the BIMSTEC Energy Center in February 2023 in Bengaluru. The initiative aligns with India's key policies, including Neighborhood First, Act East, and Sagar, that is security and growth for all in the region. So do remember, India has signed an agreement to host the BIMSTEC Center in Bengaluru. Union Minister JP Nadda launches a scheme for strengthening the medical device industry. So, Union Minister and the Health Minister of our country, Mr. JP Nadda, that is Jagat Prakash Nadda, Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers, launched a scheme for strengthening the medical device industry with the budget of rupees 500 crore. Recently, with the World Economic Forum, Hyderabad is working towards creating a healthcare hub in Hyderabad and also a particular tradition medicine center is going to be open in Jamnagar with the help of WHO. The scheme targets critical areas of the medical device industry, including manufacturing key components, skill development, clinical student support, and industry promotion. The initiative aims to make India self-reliant in the medical device sector and boost the entire industry. The scheme includes 5 sub-schemes with specific outlays for common facilities, reducing import dependence, capacity building, clinical studies, support, and promotion. So you can see about that. The production-linked incentive scheme launched in 2020 has already paved the way for growth and innovation in this sector. So remember that Union Minister Mr. JP Nadda has launched the scheme for strengthening the medical device industry. Finance Minister launches MSME Cluster Outreach, inaugurates SIDBI branches. So recently, the Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Nirmala Sitharaman, has launched the National Micro Small Medium Enterprise Cluster Outreach Program, organized by the Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Small Industries Development, Bank of India. The launch event saw the virtual presence of Jitan Ram Majhi, Union Minister for MSME, and other key officials including Pankaj Chaudhary, Sushri Sobha Karandlaje, and Manoj Mittal. The program aims to provide easy access to financial services and promote the growth of MSME across the country, connecting around 150 MSME clusters with senior bank officials virtually. Finance Minister also inaugurated 6 new SIDBI branches in Karnataka, expanding financial assistance to MSME in Tumakuru, Raichur, Shivamogga, Kalaburagi, Mangaluru, and Vijaypura. Additional, SIDBI signed an MoU with the Pinya Industries Association to support MSME through capacity building, credit facilities, and knowledge sharing. So remember that Finance Minister has launched the MSME Cluster Outreach, inaugurated SIDBI branches. So that will help in the small industries development, and that will help the growing of the micro, small and medium enterprises in our country. And for that purpose, the Finance Minister has launched the particular MSME Cluster Outreach, inaugurates SIDBI branches. RBI introduced operational framework for reclassification of FPI to FDI. So basically RBI, that is the highest regulatory body of banking in India. That is the Reserve Bank of India, established in 1934, and RBI Regulatory Act came in 1949, introduced an operational framework for reclassifying investment made by a foreign portfolio investor to foreign direct investment if the entity breaches the prescribed limit. Under the new framework, FPI investing more than the prescribed limit can divest their holdings or reclassify them as FDI, subject to conditions set by RBI and SEBI. Reclassification procedure must occur within 5 trading days from the date of settlement and of the trade causing the breach. FPI must obtain necessary government approvals and the concurrence of the India Invest Company when their equity holdings breach the prescribed limit. Once reclassified, the entire investment of an FPI will be considered FDI even if holdings fall below the 10% threshold later. So do remember that RBI has introduced the operational framework for reclassification of FPI and FDI. To remember things, you must remember what is the full form of FPI and FDI. So FPI is foreign portfolio investor and FDI is foreign direct investment. So some regular changes in the framework of FPI and FDI are considered by RBI. Tata Power Renewable Energy and IndusInd Bank partners for collateral-free solar financing for MSEs. So recently, Tata Power is in news very efficiently. And first of all, they were in news as they got the project for the development of solar projects in the newly developing Noida International Airport. And apart from that, now Tata Power has particularly working with IndusInd Bank for collateral-free solar financing for MSEs. So Tata Power Renewable Energy Limited partnered with IndusInd Bank to provide accessible and affordable solar financing for micro and small enterprises. This partnership offers collateral-free solar financing with loans ranging from rupees 10 lakh to rupees 2 crore, contingent on the bank's credit approval. Loans require a 20% margin and come with competitive interest rates, offering terms of up to 7 years. This initiative supports TPREL's vision of environmental responsibility and aligns with the India's sustainability goals, including net zero target by 2070. Partnership aims to promote solar energy adoption among MSEs, contributing to a greener future. So do remember that Tata Power Renewable Energy and IndusInd Bank partners for collateral-free solar financing for MSEs. Cash-free payments received PPI license from the RBI. So Cash-free Payments India Private Limited received a prepaid payment instrument license from the RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. PPI license allow cash-free payments to offer a range of digital payment solutions, including mobile wallet, prepaid cards, and vouchers. License will help cash-free payments build offerings that enable internet business to retain and grow their user base. Cash-free payments also received the Payment Aggregator Cross-Border license in July 2024, Payment Aggregator license in December 2023. These licenses enable cash-free payments to process online merchant payments and facilitate transactions for imports and exports. So do remember that cash-free payments has been received PPI license from RBI. That means the prepaid payment instrument license. Remember, any kind of fintech company who wants to be a payment aggregator or online payment service provider, they have to particularly get the RBI approval. And because the RBI particularly takes care about the accounts, about the different type of validations that any company require. So for that purpose, RBI validation is very important. And RBI validation is also important in the appointment of chairmen and managing directors at the post of highest chairman and managing director of the banks. National Stock Exchange relaxed norms for inactive trading accounts. So National Stock Exchange has relaxed the norms for defining inactive trading accounts, changing the timeline from 12 months to 24 months. Trade in IPOs, mutual funds, sovereign gold bonds, offer for sale, and buybacks are now considered active accounts for trading. Any account marked inactive can be reactivated by the broker after completing in-person verification, either physically or digitally. Brokers are authorized to seek updated client details, including address, email ID, bank account, and income detail. Inactive account identified based on the new criteria may be termed as inactive by the trading member in the unique client code database. So do remember that NSE, that is National Stock Exchange, relaxed the norms for the inactive trading accounts. HDFC Standard Life buys 90 crore worth rupees of PNB Housing Finance shares. So HDFC Standard Life Insurance Company Limited acquired 0.4% shares of PNB Housing Finance Limited for rupees 90 crore through an open market transaction. The shares were picked up at an average price of rupees 900 apiece, highlighting HDFC Standard Life interest in expanding the portfolio within the housing finance sector. After the transactions, foreign investors Asia Opportunities Mauritius Limited reduced the holdings in PNB Housing to 0.94% from 1.34%. In August 2024, Asia Opportunities V Mauritius divested a 3% stake in PNB Housing Finance for over rupees 676 crore. In May 2024, Asia Opportunities V Mauritius and General Atlantic liquidated a cumulative 4.46% stake in PNB Housing Finance for rupees 843 crore. So do remember, HDFC Standard Life has bought rupees 90 crore worth of BNB Housing Finance shares recently. Defense Space Agency conducts maiden exercise Antriksh Abhyas 2024. So the pioneer of this kind of exercise, so Defense Space Agency has successfully conducted the space tabletop exercise Antriksh Abhyas from 11th to 13th of November in New Delhi. The exercise aimed to strengthen India's space-based operational capabilities, enhance the integration of Indian Navy, Army and Air Force for space security. Exercise include focused discussion on emerging space technologies, space situational awareness, and India's space program. Participants engaged in scenario-based exercise, gaining valuable insights into military space capabilities, challenges in defense space operations, and international space laws. Successful implementation provided strategies for operational preparedness from a framework for future collaboration to advance India's space capabilities. So do remember that Defense Space Agency conducts the maiden exercise, that is the Antriksh Abhyas 2024. And this is to particularly take care about the importance of space security and to take care about the operational, to check also particularly strengthen the capabilities, operational capabilities of Indian Army, Indian Air Force and Indian Navy. And for this purpose, this is the new kind of program that has been launched. India won bronze at Sultan of Johor Cup Junior Hockey Under 21 tournament. So the Indian men's junior team under captain Amir Ali beat New Zealand 3 to 2 to win the bronze medal at the 12th edition of Sultan of Johor Junior Under 21 Team Hockey Tournament 2024 in Johor Bahru, Malaysia. So recently what we have seen that India has won the Sultan of Johor Cup Under 21 tournament, and this tournament held in Malaysia. basically. And basically, captain was Amir Ali. This was India's second consecutive bronze medal at the tournament, and with participating countries including India, New Zealand, Malaysia, Germany, Great Britain, and Japan. Indian goalkeeper Bikramjit Singh made three great saves, and striker Gurjot Singh, Manmeet Singh, and Saurabh Anand Kushwaha scored in the shootout to secure the win. Great Britain's under 21 men's squad defeated Australia to win the gold medal, marking their fourth title of the Sultan of Johor Cup. India previously won the gold medal at the Sultan of Johor Cup in 2013, 2014, and 2022, while Germany won the previous edition in 2023. So do remember that India has won the bronze at the Sultan of Johor Junior Hockey Under 21 tournament. This year, the Asian Championship of Hockey is going to be held in Bihar, and that is of women category. And if we talk about the women category football Asia Championship, that is going to be held in Australia. World Quality Week. So, World Quality Week is celebrated annually during the second week of November to highlight the importance of quality management. So, managing of quality is very important in every sector. Either it is teaching, either it is your devices, or either any other things that we use in day-to-day life. So, World Quality Week is commemorated to define this particular day, this particular week, where the quality is being managed. So, WQW is observed from 11 to 15 November, organized by the Chartered Institute of Quality. The theme of WQW is quality from compliance to performance, emphasizing continuous improvement and excellence in quality management. Ideas of World Quality Week was first proposed by the American Society for Quality in 2010, and CQI expanded it into a week-long celebration in 2021. Quality management builds trust, loyalty by consistently delivering high-quality products and services, enhancing operational efficiency, and driving a strong market position. So do remember the World Quality Week, 11th of November to 15th of November, basically, and the theme is from compliance to performance. First ever UN International Day for the prevention of and fight against all forms of transnational organized crime. First ever United Nations International Day for the prevention and fight against all forms of transnational organized crime was observed on 15th November 2024. The theme is organized crimes steals, corrupt and kills. It's time we pull together to push back, aiming to raise awareness and strengthen global collaboration. The United Nations General Assembly resolution adopted it in March 2024, designated 15 November as the International Day for the prevention of and fight against all forms of TOC. The day highlights danger of various types of transnational organized crime and importance of global efforts to combat them. United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime plays a key role in addressing transnational organized crime with its headquartered in Vienna, Austria. So do remember the first ever UN International Day for the prevention of and fight against all forms of transnational organized crime 2024. Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia inaugurated SATRC 25 highlights India's role in digital transformation. So 25th meeting of the South Asian Telecommunication Regulators Council was held from 11 to 13 November 2024 in New Delhi, inaugurated by Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia. The meeting, organized by the Asia Pacific Telecommunity and hosted by TRI, focused on accelerating telecommunication and ICT development for growth and inclusiveness. About 120 participants, including delegates from over 10 countries, attended the meeting, discussing regulatory environment, digital transformation, regional cooperation. Union Minister Scindia highlighted India's achievement in digital infrastructure with 1.2 billion telephones and 970 million internet subscribers, projected the digital economy to reach 20% of 2026-2027. The meeting also emphasized the potential of non-terrestrial network to reach under-reserved areas, and support the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So, do remember the Union Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia inaugurated SATRC 25. What is this? South Asia Telecommunication Regulators Council. And who is Mr. Jyotiraditya Scindia? He is the Minister of Telecommunication in our country. India gift two water jet propelled RFICs to Mozambique. So Indian Navy handed over two water jet propelled fast interceptor craft to the government of Mozambique to combat maritime terrorism and insurgency. FICs were delivered by the Indian naval ship INS Ghadial with the High Commissioner of India in Mozambique and other officials attending the ceremony. So where is Mozambique first of all? So Mozambique you will find in the eastern side of Africa, just on the west of Madagascar, and between Madagascar and Mozambique you will find the Mozambique Channel. So Mozambique is a country that you can find in the eastern part of Africa's main continent. FICs equipped with machine guns and bullet resistance cabins can reach speeds of up to 45 knots. India has previously donated two large interceptor vessels in 2019 and two similar FICs in 2022 to support Mozambique regional maritime security. Initiative is the part of India's capacity building engagement with friendly foreign nations in the Indian Ocean region. So do remember that India has gifted two water jet propelled FICs to Mozambique recently. British author Samantha Harvey wins 2024 Booker Prize for Fiction. So, British author Samantha Harvey won the 2024 Booker Prize for her fiction novel. So, there are two categories in Booker Prize. One is the fiction category, one is the non-fiction category. If we talk about it in the last year, so last year things were happened like this, that Paul Lynch for his book Prophet Song got this award, and in the fiction category, and in the non-fiction category, it was Georgy Gospodov for his book Time Shelter. But this year, Samantha Harvey, remember the name? Samantha Harvey won the Booker Prize for fictional category in Orbital, the first book set in space to win the prize. The winner was announced by the chair of 2024 judges, Edmund D. Wall, at the ceremony held in London, UK. Harvey becomes the first woman to win the award since 2019, receiving £50,000 prize and a trophy presented by Paul Lynch, winner of the Booker Prize 2023. Orbital is the second shortest novel ever to win the Booker Prize, covering a brief time frame of just 24 hours. Novel take readers on a journey to the International Space Station, exploring existential questions and the effects of being far from Earth. So do remember that British author Samantha Harvey wins 2024 Booker Prize for fiction. So that's it. Remember in this, the pioneer winner of Booker Prize in India is Arundhati Roy, and this year she won the Pan Printer Prize. Remember this point also. Arundhati Roy won the Pan Printer Prize. India's Rachel Gupta won Miss Grand International. So Rachel Gupta from Jalandhar, Punjab, won the 12th edition of the Miss Grand International 2024 held in Bangkok. She became the first Indian and third Asian to be crowned MGI, also winning the Grand Pageant's Choice Award. Gupta will serve as the global ambassador for MGI, promoting peace and stability worldwide. She shares the record for the most global pageant crowns won by an Indian, along with the former Miss Universe Lara Datta. In 2022, she won the title of Miss Super Talent of the World at the 15th edition of pageant held in Paris, France. Naveen Chandra Ramgulam appointed as the Mauritius new Prime Minister. So earlier the Prime Minister was Praveen Kumar Jagannath. Now the Mauritius has their new Prime Minister, and that is Mr. Naveen Chandra Ramagulam. So Dr. Naveen Chandra Ramagulam, the leader of the Labour Party, was appointed the Prime Minister of Mauritius for the third time by the President Prithvi Raj Singh Rupan. He took the oath of office on 13 November 2024 for a 5-year term, replacing Praveen Kumar Jagannath. Opposition coalition secured a commanding victory with 62.6% of the votes, winning 60 of the 62 contested seats. Ram Gulam, son of the first PM of independent Mauritius, has previously served as PM from 1995 to 2000 and from 2005 to 2014. He played a key role in strengthening Mauritius' position as a financial service hub and enhancing the tourism sector. So, Mauritius is a country that is associated with the African continent, and you can find this country in the Indian Ocean. And remember, recently we also get into touch with Mauritius by giving them an airstrip in one of their islands and under the neighborhood first policy. So remember, Naveen Chandra Ramagulam is the appointed new Prime Minister of Mauritius. Shehbaz Sharif is the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and Xi Jinping is the President of China. We all know. In Russia, we have Vladimir Putin. In Bangladesh, recently, after some turmoil, after some chaos, Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel Prize winner, was being appointed as the interim Prime Minister. And so far, these are the neighboring things that we have seen recently in our neighbors. Alex Didier Fils, AMA sworn in as interim Prime Minister of Haiti. So, Alex Didier Fils, AMA, former president of Haiti's Chamber of Commerce and Industry, sworn in as the interim Prime Minister of Haiti. He replaced Gary Conille, who was dismissed by the Transitional Presidential Council due to continued political instability. The new government, formed with 18 ministers, will head Haiti's transition until February 7. Fils Aimé previously served as Haiti's Minister of Planning and External Cooperation from 2017 to 2020. He has been involved in key development initiatives, including projects related to sustainable development in agriculture, energy, and public health sector. So do remember, as the new interim Prime Minister of Haiti, there is Alex Didier Fils. But do remember who is the new Prime Minister of Mauritius? That is Naveen Chandra Ramagulam. Praveena Rai take over leadership of MCX as the CEO and MD. So Praveena Rai took charge as the CEO and Managing Director of the Multi Commodity Exchange of India. She replaced P.S. Reddy, who retired in May 2024, and her appointment was confirmed at the annual general meeting in September 2024. Rai previously served as the Chief Operating Officer at the National Payment Corporation of India, playing a vital role in formulating business operational and technical strategies. She also held a position of Regional Head of Payments for Asia Pacific at HSBC Holdings and led the cash management portfolio at Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited. MCX is one of the India's largest commodity derivatives exchange. So do remember, Praveena Rai took charge as the leadership of MCX as CEO and MD. Let's revise what we have learned so far, guys. So India signs agreement to host the BIMSTEC Center in Bengaluru. Union Minister JP Nadda launches a scheme for strengthening the medical device industry. Finance Minister launches MSME cluster outreach, inaugurates SIDBI branches. RBI introduced operational framework for reclassification of FPI to FDI. Tata Power Renewable Energy IndusInd Bank partners for collateral-free solar financing. Cash-free payments receive PPI license from RBI. NSE relaxed norms for inactive trading accounts. SDFC Standard Life buy rupees 90 crore worth of PNB Housing Finance shares. Defense Space Agency conducts maiden exercise Antriksh Abhyas 2024. India won bronze at Sultan of Johor Junior Hockey Under-21 tournament. World Quality Week November 11 to November 15th. First ever UN International Day for the prevention of and fight against all forms of transnational organized crime. Union Minister Jyotiraditya M. Scindia inaugurated SATRC 25, highlights the India's role in digital transformation. India gifts 2 water jet propelled FICs to Mozambique. British author Samantha Harvey wins the 2024 Booker Prize for Fiction. India's Rachel Gupta won the Miss Grand International. Naveen Chandra Ramagulam appointed as the Mauritius new Prime Minister. Alex Didier Fils Aim sworn in as the interim Prime Minister of Haiti. Praveena Rai took charge as the leader of MCX as CEO and MD. Remember this point very well. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of things to add into your notebooks, into your general knowledge facts. And I will meet you once again in next session where I will teach you some more things about the current affairs and some more facts about general knowledge. Till then, take care everyone and see you soon.